Hey, it's Dwayne.
And Gerrick.
And this is episode 29 of Trading with G, teaching kids and adults about money. And this week's episode is called Accept Your Blessings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Accept your blessings. And that's going to be the theme of this week's episode. I want to welcome you all here first. I hope you guys had a terrific Thanksgiving and I got to enjoy it with your family and enjoy some turkey and stuffing and all the good fixings. And I just pray that all of you guys viewing this will have just the most splendid holiday season and be able to really enjoy it with your family. But I want to get into, we're going to make a lot of moves today, but we're going to make a lot of moves today. Okay, in the market, in our account. So you're going to have to follow along. We're going to keep it kind of fast paced. Also, if you've never traded stocks before, we're going to allow you to trade them with us. But we're going to keep it pretty fast paced. And we're just going to go from there. So the first thing that we need you to do, though, what is that, Gerrick?
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. And if you'll do us one favor, guys, we're fairly new doing this, so not a lot of people know about us yet. If you'll share us out, let people know we exist, share our videos on social media, we would so greatly appreciate that. We would be forever grateful for you guys to take that extra step, wouldn't we? Right? But this week's episode is called Accept Your Blessings. Now, you know why it's called that, Gerrick?
Uh-huh.
We've got trades in the market right now that we're pretty certain will probably go up further, but at the same time, we know that they could come down at any time from where they're at. So we have a choice. We can close out and accept our blessing now. And if it does run up, we don't kick ourselves. We just realize, hey, we got a blessing and we accept our blessing for the win that we have now. So we've got a few of those trades in the market and we're going to look at those. And we also have some trades in the market that we're up on and they look like they're going to go up further. And we feel like we're in pretty good shape on those. And so we'll hold maybe some of those that we think are going to go up further. But we're going to talk about that. But it's about accepting your blessing. Now, Gerrick, there's going to be times in your life, okay, where you have to learn to accept your blessing as you get older, your blessings. You know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you an example. There's going to be times in your life where you're going to have somebody who wants to be your friend, but you feel like you can do so much better than them, okay? And so you choose not to be their friend because you think that you can do better and you can obtain more. But you know what? What you'll find that when you try to obtain more and become more popular, while everybody may love you for the most part, that one person that you forgot along the way that you didn't accept, guess what? You're not as loved as what you think. And you end up crashing back down. So that's why it's important to accept your blessings. And there's many instances in life where you're going to have to learn to accept your blessings. As you get older in relationships, guess what? You're probably gonna meet a really good woman that follows God and with you and lead your family on the right path. You're gonna look around and you may see prettier looking women. But you know what? You remember to accept your blessings because the grass is not always greener on the other side. A lot of times when you feel like you can get more for yourself, oh, I can do better than this. I'm going to take this in my hands. A lot of times, guess what? That's where God says, oh, wake up call, and you get smacked right back down. You've got to learn to accept your what?
To accept your blessings.
To accept your blessings. So with that, we're going to get into trading. But if you're not already subscribed, I encourage you to join our Facebook group. It's called what?
Trading with G.
Trading with G. And you can follow along with any moves that we make throughout the week, in between our episodes. We're going to make a lot of moves today, but if we do any buys or sells through the week, or we cancel a buy order early and buy it, or cancel a sell order early and sell it, any moves we make throughout the week, you're going to know if you're following along, if you're part of our Facebook group. It's called Trading with what again?
Trading with G.
Trading with G, Trading with Gerrick. So with that, Gerrick, I think it's time to get into some trading. Are you ready to do some trading?
Mm-hmm.
High five. Let's go trade. All right. Now I want to tell you guys too, what we did with Gerrick is we set him up with $100 in his Cash App account. Yes, you can trade stocks using Cash App. It's that easy. It's that simple. So you could trade stocks using Cash App. And if you're in another country, maybe you're outside the US, there's all sorts of apps that you can download and you can use to trade stocks. There's one in your country. I guarantee you'll just have to Google it. I know in Canada, they use Wealthsimple. Europe, they use Revolut, and I believe they have one called Free Trade. They even have one in Nigeria that a lot of people use called Trove. So wherever you're at in the world, Australia, China, India, it doesn't matter. Russia, there's a place where there's an app that you can download and you can trade stocks. Okay. So if you're in the US though, they can use what, Gerrick?
If you're in the US, you can use Cash App.
You can use Cash App. We also have another app that we're going to be using in conjunction with Cash App. We'll tell you about it here a little bit later in the episode. And they're running a really good promotion, and you can get some free money in your account right now too.
And it's called SoFi.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it. A little bit later in the episode. There's some stocks that Cash App has removed from the board, and we want to buy more of them. So we're going to use this other platform to buy more of them for those of you who own them along with us, or for those of you who are just getting it in the first time and you want to buy them to begin with. There's an application you'll be able to do that on if you're trading on Cash App. So with that, Gerrick, do you want to tell them about what they see when they come to Cash App? Why don't you tell them how it works?
So when you come to Cash App, you're going to see this green screen. In the left bottom corner, you're going to see this amount of money. But if you already have it and you don't have any, it'll show up as a bank or house.
Yeah.
You want to press that money or bank or house
in the lower left-hand corner, right?
Yeah. And then you want to push that, and then it'll bring you right here. Go down and press stocks. But if you don't have some, your screen's just gonna look like this.
Yeah.
And
until you buy your first stock. Once you buy your first stock, so for instance, if you were to buy what, Ford?
Yeah, Ford.
You just type in Ford.
Or you could put F.
And you just hit the buy button, and pick the dollar amount you want to buy, and hit next. It's that easy. When you want to sell it, you do the same thing. Hit the sell button, sell all of it, hit next. Couldn't be any easier. It's about pushing buttons. It's that easy, right, Gerrick?
Yes.
We're just pushing buttons. But once you get your first stock, your screen is going to look much like ours. You're going to see a list of all your different stocks right here, and you're going to see your performance. So, guys, the market, the rally is definitely on, isn't it, Gerrick?
Yeah.
We had a really big week, and I want to show you that first of all to begin with. So go ahead and click the week chart, Gerrick. Click week. And tell them how much we were up for the week.
We were up 12.26%.
12.26% this week. In fact, this month we're up over 14%. And of course, if you've been following along, we made a trip into the valley, and we knew we were going there. We came in originally, we took some nice profits down, and then we utilized those profits And I said, hey, we're probably going to go down and it's going to be okay. We got to scale our money in. And sure enough, we came down in the valley and now we're on the climb back up out of the valley. But the climb out of the valley right now is starting to be a rocket out of the valley, with how quickly we went up from the bottom. It's pretty impressive how quickly that we've rose. We're up over 14% this month, and that's the way the market works. So I know that going into the valley, somebody that's starting out the first time, they don't understand that. But you know what? You learn as you go. So Gerrick, let's just go down our list of stocks. What's the first one?
Peloton.
Click on Peloton.
Peloton.
So right now, Peloton was up on Friday. How much?
9.89%.
9.89% on Friday. We were down in Peloton pretty good, and we just managed our ride and kept buying at the right points along the way. We bought this several times on the way down, didn't we, Gerrick? You can see all our buys here. We bought it several times on this way down. And now, guess what?
What?
We're up on Peloton. How much are we up?
We are
up how much?
3.88%.
3.88%. We're up 3.88%. So Gerrick, we were up 3.88% on Peloton. What do you think we should do with Peloton? Do you think we should sell it? First of all, before I ask you that question, let me show you. Recently, there's not been a lot of positive news on Peloton. We know that. We know that Peloton is pushed up on not the greatest news. And much of that has to do with leveraged positions getting squeezed out of the market and things you'll learn about later on in life. But the fact of the matter is this has went up on some not so positive news. Look at their latest financials, Gerrick. They were estimated to lose 34 cents a share, which is okay in the beginning. Companies that are just starting out, they're not going to turn a profit oftentimes until later. That's fine. But as long as their projections are in line with what they're estimating. So they estimated they're going to lose 34 cents a share. How much did they lose a share?
They lost
44 cents a share, right? That's not that great. And we have to realistically look at this. If we look at the chart, do you see this chart, Gerrick? Where is Peloton probably going to go up? It's probably going to go up to maybe right in this range. It'll probably go up from the bottom of this minus the bottom of this. So 788 minus around 686. That's about $1. That'd be 586. It's cleared that resistance. So it looks like it's probably going to go up to right the bottom of here. You see this? The bottom of here, what is that? 686 to around $8. Okay? That's where it looks like it needs to go. It's at 622 now, and it could go to 686 to $8. There's a really good chance Peloton is going to go up there. However, we are up 3.88% on it. Okay? We've made our money. There's also that chance that Peloton could come screaming back down. And if we look at the chart, on the month chart, do you see this little peak down here? It never came back and hit it at $4.53. So there's also that possibility. Look, we don't accept our blessing here. We could fall back down there to 453. So Gerrick, what do you think we should do with Peloton right now? We're up 3.88%. It is our biggest position. We have the most money, the most risk in it right now. What do you think we should do with Peloton?
Buy it.
Buy it? Why would we buy it here? We're up. Don't you think we should accept our blessing? We're up, right?
Mm-hmm.
We made $3.49. We made 3.88%. We're on $90. We're guaranteed to win at this point if we just hit the sell button, right? So we might as well sell it, considering all the news and everything that's going on surrounding it and the circumstances. So go ahead and hit sell. Hit sell.
Okay.
And we're going to sell all of it. And you're going to schedule it and boom. And what that says is that Peloton tomorrow is scheduled to sell first thing Monday morning when the market opens. And it's going to sell for approximately $6.23, which is about where it is now. And it's actually a penny more than where it is now. So we're going to lock in our profits on Peloton. It's scheduled. It's going to sell on Monday. Hey, congratulations, buddy. High five. You just got a win.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a huge win, but you know what? It was a win considering all the circumstances. And it's a win, and you should be proud that you accepted your what?
Blessings.
Your blessing. You accepted your blessing. So that's Peloton. So the next stock on the list, Gerrick, is what?
Virgin Galactic.
Virgin Galactic. Why don't you click Virgin Galactic? Virgin Galactic. Okay. And by the way, for those of you who are new and you say, hey, you know, I like what these fellas are doing. I think I can make some money with them. And you want to follow along with our moves, you're free to do that. If you do that and you want to use the risk management strategy we utilize, which is the power of one, we're going to tell you how you can start exactly where we're at, just right at the point that we're at right now, and be able to do that. So we're going to start there with Virgin Galactic. The reason I didn't start with Peloton is we sold it, and I knew we were going to sell it. So Virgin Galactic, let's take a look at it. It's our second largest position, Gerrick.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're up 1.32%. We're up 90 cents on it, okay? Hey, we're up money. Should we accept our blessing on this? And we got to look at the news. I mean, we've got to look at the facts. Let's go look at the facts. Virgin Galactic, they just started their space tourism flights, right? This year. They're making money sending people to outer space. They may not be making a profit, but they've got money, cash flow coming in, and they're doing space tourism flights. And now they're looking to make those flights even less expensive so that they can make more profit when they go into space, and then eventually bring them down to where they're affordable for many more people. Been a lot of positive news on Virgin Galactic. Let's look at their financials. They were estimated to lose how much?
28 cents.
No, look, they were estimated to lose 42 cents, but they only lost 28 cents a share. They beat their estimates. That's really positive news. And so we have to look, we're only up a little bit in them, but we have to look at the news surrounding them. And then we look at the chart and we realize really quickly, hey, Virgin Galactic, if we look at just the 1-year chart, where it sits now, this is probably going to come all the way back up here to around $3. Okay, maybe right around $3. I mean, that's the next correction up. Do you see that, Gerrick? Mm-hmm. It hasn't came back and hit the bottom of these valleys yet. If we look at this chart, if it does pull back, it comes down, it's got to go to around $1.85. Okay, so it could dance around, come back down to $1.85. I'm not worried about that. There's a good chance this could shoot up right now as well, before it comes back down. So I want to stay in this trade. I want to manage my ride, and I want to stay in this trade, and I'm going to hold my position on Virgin Galactic. And you know what we've been doing, Gerrick? We've been buying $1 a week, but we haven't bought it the past 3 weeks. Okay, we forgot to do it the week before our last episode, and then we didn't do it the week of Thanksgiving, and then we got this week as well. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and buy $3 in Virgin Galactic. Does that sound cool?
Mm-hmm.
Hit the buy button. hit $3. And hit next. You're going to schedule it. And did this go through? Let's take a look. Virgin Galactic, we're going to buy $3 on Monday morning. We're good there. We're going to manage our ride. If this is your first time trading and you're just entering it for the first time, what we did was we set Gerrick up with $100 and he gets $10 a week added to his account for doing his chores. And I actually owe him for the past couple of weeks. He's owed, after this week, he's going to be owed another $30. So he gets $10 a week. And he's trading his allowance and he's building it into a fortune. He started out with just a little amount, and I think you're going to be surprised at how quickly it grows over the coming years. So it doesn't take much to get started. But whatever you start with, if you're wanting to utilize the risk management strategy we utilized, you would put 9% of your balance into the trade, of your starting balance. So if your balance was $100, you'd put $9 in the trade. If it was 1,000, you'd put 90. 10,000, you'd put 900. So just 9% of whatever your starting balance is. That's what we entered this trade. And if you're following along with our risk management strategy. Now, since then, we've put more in because we scaled in on the way down. But you don't really want to scale in on the way up. It's fine to take a position, but you scale in on the way down. So you're just satisfied with your gains and you accept your blessings and you don't try to force it by doing more, by being greedy to try to get more for yourself. These are all lessons I've learned, in my life. So Gerrick, what's the next one now?
Visio.
So let's click Visio.
Okay.
Visio is our third largest position. And by the way, with our sell of Peloton, that's going to take a lot of our risk off the table. We're going to have money that we can work with after that sell of Peloton. And we can look to go buy more next week. So next week is going to be a real key episode as we look what new stocks to buy. But this week is about taking risk off the table and accepting your blessings. So Gerrick, where are we at in Visio? Visio, we said this, man, their price, they came out with their financials. They exceeded everything and more than what they were estimated to do. They were estimated to do a penny in profit and they did 7 pennies. That's 7 times. And you can see this is a company that's just starting to turn a profit. And I'll tell you what, investors, they love companies that have came out of the negative and are starting to turn a profit because that means that there's some growth there. And so Visio has investors looking at it. It was up 4.62% on Friday, 1.59 on the week. It was up, it's up over 25% on the month. So where do you think Visio is going to go, Gerrick? Let's take a look at it. Take a look at it here. Where do you think it's going to go? I said, you know what? We'll probably come up at least to the bottom of this little valley here. See this? Which is 724. It's a 701. So it could slow up there. And if it does, we'll probably look to sell. But there's a chance it could break this resistance. That's some minor resistance. And it looks like it could easily go up. Actually, where it looks like it could go up to is right here at the bottom of this, which is 717. So if it starts slowing up here, we're going to look to sell. Okay. But we're going to set our buy order higher in case it breaks this resistance right here. In fact, we're going to set our buy order. We have to go to the all chart. Do you see this, Gerrick? You see this valley all the way up here? So this valley is 7. This is about 717. That's the low point. So it should hit right there at 717. If it slows up, we'll look to accept our blessing and sell there. But if it blows past there and it starts going up more, there's a good chance this is coming up to where, Gerrick?
It is coming 8.74.
$8.74. So you know what? That's where we're gonna set our sell price. We're gonna set a sell for Vizio at $8.74. Does that sound like a plan?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. And by the way, we're up right now on Vizio. We're up 6.93% on Vizio. If we were to sell it now, we'd be up 6.93%. But we look at what's going on and we look at the facts around us and the fundamentals, and we realize that the fundamentals are strong. So go ahead and hit the sell button, Gerrick. What did we say? What amount?
8.74.
8.74. Hit the sell button. Change order type, custom sell order, and you see this calculator looking icon in the upper right hand corner?
You're gonna press that.
We're gonna press that, and we're just gonna punch in the price. 8.74. 4. And we're gonna hit next. We're gonna hit sell all, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna set it for 90 days. We can
always cancel it.
We can always cancel it early. No harm, no foul. And confirm. And
schedule.
Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got our Vizio, our sell order for Vizio set. By the way, we have a buy order still on Peloton for $3.43. I think we can cancel that out, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Let's cancel that buy order. Go ahead and hit cancel. No, that's Restaurant Brands International. We don't want to cancel that one. Cancel our Peloton buy order. We're selling it. We don't need to have that buy order on there. So that's going to put some money back in our available balance. Cool. That's going to take some risk off the table, or not. They weren't really on the table, but they were locked up because they were in that buy order. So now we're going to go ahead and remove them from there. But if we look, it set Vizio to sell at 874. We're good there. Okay. Good on Vizio. And let's go to our next one. Okay. By the way, if you're wanting to buy Vizio and it's your first time, you're wanting to follow along with us and use the risk management strategy we utilize, you'd use 9% of your starting balance again. So if your starting balance is 100, you'd enter with 9. 1,000, $90. You'd enter with $90. You get the point. Okay. So we're good there. Our next one down is what?
Zoom video communications.
Zoom video communications, right? And Zoom right now, we're up how much?
10.7%.
10.07%. We're up 10%, but you know what? Zoom looks good. The news looks good. The financials have looked good. They beat their financials. They were supposed to make $1.08 in profit, and they made $1.29. They're turning profit. They've got some new products coming out, encouraging news. You know what? We're going to go ahead, and we had our sell order set at $92 on this one before. We're even going to raise that a little bit. Now, we may cancel it sooner and look to sell sooner, but we're going to put our sell order at the bottom of this spike right here, Gerrick. What is that?
It is 101.101.
It is. No, it's not. It's 97 something. I got to hit it just right. It is. Oh, look. Let's look right here. 97.35.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and set our sell order at $97. What do you say?
Yeah.
Set it at $97. Actually, we might set it just a little lower. What do you think? $96 maybe?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
Or you think 97?
I don't know.
You take your pick.
I think I'll go like.
Let's go 97. You know, we can always cancel it early. Let's go at 97. Let's go ahead and put it in there. Hit the sell.
97.
Hit the sell. We can always cancel it early. No harm, no foul. Hit change order type. Custom sell order. And now we're going to click that calculator looking icon again. And We're going to punch in what? $97. 97. Next, we're going to sell all of it if it hits
9 days. We can always cancel it.
Set for 90 days. So we're going to sell all of it if it hits $97.
And we're
Confirm.
gonna say done.
And done. All right. We're up on it right now, 10%. It said that if it goes up there, instead of having $29, we'll have 41. It'll be worth 41, if I remember right. So I'll zoom if it hits $97. Yep. It looks like if it hits there, we'll have $41 from that trade, and we'll make a really good percentage on it, because I don't remember how much we had in this, but it's not that much. It's that would be a really good percentage to make on this one. If it does go up there. I mean, we're already up 10%. If it goes up there, we're into this trade for $27. There you go. So if it goes up to $41, we're going to make over 50% on it. If my math calculations in the moment serve me correct, but it's going to be a pretty good amount, because let's see, $13.50 would be half of 27 plus 13.50, 27 would be it's actually gonna be about 50%. We're gonna make about 50% if it sells there, so that's pretty good profit. We're good with Zoom. The reason we had to set our sell, for those of you who've been following along, our sell order, we had one at $92, but we had to it got canceled out. We didn't cancel it. It got canceled out because the 90 days had expired. So we just went in and set another sell order, only we set it a little higher this time. And that's why we had to set a sell order if you've been following along. Also, if you're new, what are you going to do with Zoom? 9% of your balance. Whatever your starting balance is, you put 9% in it if you're following along with our risk management strategy and what we do. As far as Ford, Gerrick, go ahead and click. What's the next one? Ford. We're going to leave this one alone. I'm not going to even go over it, but I'll tell you this. If you're new and you're wanting to enter it, 9% of your starting balance you would enter with on this trade. And we do have a buy order set to buy more Ford, and I'll show you where that is. Our buy order is at $7.53. Okay. And what we're buying is $13 worth. The reason we're buying $13 is because that was our entry point. So at the time that we purchased Ford, our first buy, it was $13, and we're buying it in $13 increments. And the reason it was $13 is because at the time we entered it, that was 9% of our available balance, money that we didn't have in the market, just cash that we had. That was 9% of it. So whatever your starting entry amount is, as you buy down, you're buying it in equal increments. That means if you bought $90 worth or $900 worth on your first buy, you'd buy $90 or $900 worth on your second buy. And that's where we have our buy order set. So if the price hits $7.53, and right now Ford, just so you know, right now Ford is at $10.58. So we're going to leave this alone. We're not going to worry about it right now. We're currently just kind of hanging out there. We're down about 14%. And we're just managing our ride until we go profitable. And we're going to let Ford do its thing. So what is the next one, Gerrick?
The next one is 270 bio.
270 bio. This is one that Cash App took off the board. So unfortunately, if you're wanting to follow along with us and you're using Cash App, you're not going to be able to buy it. This is also one that I think is way oversold. It means it went way down, way more than it should have. And I think we're going to see this explode up the chart. The only reason 270 bio fell as much as it did, you know why? Because they had a medication that was set for approval by the FDA in December. And the FDA wanted to get expert opinion before they approved it. So they postponed that approval. And investors, they get grumpy. They want what they want in the moment. And, nothing bad about 270, because if you go look at all their research studies, their medication is working in trials. I mean, there's evidence that their medication is working. And I believe that they're going to get a FDA approval. It's just that we have to wait a little longer for the FDA to get all those expert opinions. So that's okay. But that being said, look at 270 Bio. We're down 74%, over 74% on it. Do you see that, Gerrick? Over 74%. We bought 270 Bio in what dollar increments? 270 Bio. Hold on. We're buying it in $13.50 increments. And we have bought it 3 times. 3 times. No, we bought it more than 3 times. Let's see here. We have bought it right here. Yeah, we bought it more. We bought it 4 times. We have bought it 4 times. Okay. We're buying it in $13.50 increments. Cash App removed it off the board, so we weren't able to buy it, but it's at such a low price and such a bargain right now that we're going to go buy this on another platform. We were going to show that to you today, but I'm just going to tell you about it. Okay. If you're wanting to buy it and you can't buy it on Cash App, there is a fantastic banking app with a major publicly traded bank. Okay. Major bank. They even have their name on an NFL stadium. And if you set up a banking account with them, okay, really easy to do. Takes about 5-10 minutes. It's all done electronically from your existing bank. You're able to send some money and do that. They're going to give you a bonus. They're going to give you free money for opening up your account. And we're also going to make a little bit of free money too, because we told you about it. And once you get that banking open, you can transfer some and open an investing. And when you open an investing, you're able to get $50 in free stock for doing that. So it just works out really, really well for everyone. And it's the best banking app I've ever seen. And I think you guys will really like it. Now, here's the thing. To get all those bonuses, I got to give you a link. And also, for us to be rewarded as well, I got to give you a link. We can't get rewarded and you can't get your bonuses without having a link. So if you want a link to sign up for that platform, or you want me to show it to you, what you'll need to do is contact me in our Facebook group. Send me a message. So if you're out there watching, there is a link in the description of this video to join our group, Trading with G. Okay? Link in the description. Join our Facebook group. Send me a message. Hey, I'd like to know a little bit more about that app that you were talking about on your YouTube episode. But what we're going to do, because 270 Bio is at such a good price, we're going to buy 2 times our initial entry. So what was our initial entry, Gerrick? $13.50, right?
Yes.
What's 2 times $13.50?
I don't.
$13.50 times 2. It's $27. Okay. We're going to go buy 2 times our initial entry, and we're going to go buy more 270 Bio where it sits now. Now there's a chance this could come down. It's at 194, and it could come down here possibly to around 163. If it comes down there, we'll probably buy another 2 times our entry point down there. But for now, we're just going to buy 2 times our entry point where it sits right now on the other platform. I just want to let you guys know that. And of course, if we look at 270 bio, guys, this looks like it needs to come back up here to around $8.40 at the very least. I mean, this is really looking good. So I expect when they get FDA approval or get really close to it, you're going to see that stock price just shoot way up. And I may be wrong, but I think we're coming back up here to around $8.40 at the very least, and it may even go higher. Look, if they get acquired by another company, for instance, it's possible this stock price in the long run could go up here to around 25 bucks pretty easily. But initially, right now, it looks like it needs to come up to around $8.50. So we're just getting positioned in there as we speak. So what you're going to do if you're wanting to follow along with us and this is your first time trading, you're going to buy the first 5 stocks with 9% of your initial entry, whatever that is. If it's $100, $9 in each one. If it's $1,000, $90 in each one. Okay, $10,900 in each one. So you would buy the first 5. Of course, we sold Peloton, Virgin Galactic, Vizio, Zoom Video Communications, Ford, and 270. You would buy with 9% of your starting balance. The next one down on the list, Gerrick, is what?
Claris Therapeutics.
Claris Therapeutics. Now, we are already way up on this stock. They removed it off the board. They took it off Cash App. If you want to buy it on the new platform, you're more than welcome to do that. Any additional stocks that you buy past your first 5, the way it works after that is we take 9% of our available balance. Our available balance is money that's not in the market. Right now, our available balance is $50 plus all the different buy orders we have since it's not in the market. But whatever's not in the market, that's your available balance. So on your next buy, instead of it being 9% of your starting balance, it would be 9% of your available balance. That's how that works. So that's how it works with our risk management strategy if you're wanting to follow along. So Gerrick, Claris Therapeutics, where do we set? We're up 33% on it, right?
33%.
We made $2.70 on $8. We're doing really good. But this is one that crashed down 86% in one day, and we bought it at the very bottom. And I knew, hey, we've got this at a really good entry. And this looks like it has room, at least, even if it doesn't fully recover, it still looks like it could go up quite a bit from where it's at right now. So for the time being, we're holding it. And we have a sell set on Claris, right? Where our sell is set for Claris Therapeutics, if I come back over here, we have a sell set for Claris Therapeutics at what? $2.19.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to sell all of it at $2.19. It's currently at 90 cents. So if you want to buy it and you decide to get in it, where are we looking to sell right now? $2.19. But we could always cancel out early and go ahead and look to sell it wherever it is. So we're just kind of managing our ride. We may sell it early, or it could just shoot up and it could hit our sell order. We'll have to wait and see. But that's Claris Therapeutics. What's the next one, Gerrick?
Restaurant Brands International.
Restaurant Brands International. And who do they own?
Burger King.
Burger King. So go ahead and click that. Restaurant Brands International. Restaurant Brands International is currently worth $7.24. It was at a high point on Friday of 72.72. So it's right there at its high point for the week and the month. It looks really good. Not the year, but the week and the month. You see this? Look, Gerrick. You see this? We're up how much on it?
7.26.
7.26%. We're up 49 cents on 675. We're up 7.24%. If we look at what's going on with Restaurant Brands International, they just reported their earnings. They were estimated to make 85 cents profit per share, but they made 90 cents. It looks good. My question to you, Gerrick, I'm going to let you make this call. This one could go either way. No call, no call is the wrong answer. Why? Because we have a small amount of our balance. We just have a small amount of our balance that we have risked in this trade right now. So we could hold it if we want, or we could accept our blessing and just take our 7.26% win. The question is, what do you want to do? Do you want to hold this to see if it goes higher, or do you want to go ahead and accept our blessing and sell it?
Hold it.
You think to hold it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this, and if you want to hold it, let's at least set a sell price. Why don't we sell this? Do you see this spike down right here? Look right here, Gerrick. You see this spike down right here at 75.46 to around 76.90. Do you see that, or 76.49? Why don't we set a sell order right down here at 75? What do you think? How about 75.44? Does that sound good? 75.44. Go ahead and hit sell. We're going to change order type. Do custom sell order. What did I say? What amount did I say? What amount did I say? I said, let's go back and look at it. 75.44. 75.44. Change order type, custom sell order, and go ahead and hit the calculator. Looking icon. 75.44. 75.44. Next. All. Next. 90 days. And done. Okay. So we set Restaurant Brands International to sell. Let's see. We set it to sell at 75.44. Make sure it put our order in right there, 75.44. We're going to hold it for the simple fact that we don't have that much risk in it. And, their financials looked good. We could have sold. We haven't held it that long. We could have made some quick profit, quick 7%. But, we feel like, hey, this is a good place right now to park our money. At least that portion, that risk of, that portion of our risk, this is a good place to park it for right now. It could go up higher. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to hold Restaurant Brands International. We are going to set a sell just a little bit higher if it goes to 75.44. So, Gerrick, our next stock is what?
Purple Innovation, and that one's off the board.
Purple Innovation, and this one, of course, is off the board. You're not able to buy it on Cash App, but you can buy it on the new app that I told you about if you want. And, Gerrick, we're down 75% on this. So you know what? This is one right here that I said could potentially crash to probably around 13 cents. That potential is there. We did the math. I showed in a past episode, right? That potential is there. But at the same token, it may not, and it's at such a good buying territory. It may not go down there before it comes all the way back up here to around $2.54. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, our cost average on it right now is $2.68, which means if we buy right now and it goes up to $2.24, if we can lower our cost average below there, we're going to make a profit if it goes up there. So you know what we're going to do with 270 with Purple Innovation, excuse me.
You can't buy it.
We're going to buy it on the other platform. But I'm going to tell you how much we're going to buy it for. Okay? We're going to buy it for, we have right now $22.60 invested, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to buy it for half of whatever we have invested. So half of $22.60 is what?
Like 11, like
11.30.
Yeah, 11.30.
So we're going to buy $11.30 worth of Purple Innovation on the other application. Why? Because there's a good chance this could come yes, there's that potential it could come down to 13 cents. If it does that, which case we'll just look to buy a lot more down there. But there's also that good potential that this could come back up here to $2.24. And it could even scream up there if it wanted to on some positive news, all the way up to around $5. But we know if we can lower our cost average to under $2.24, we know that if it does go up there, we're going to be able to accept our blessing and get out for a profit. So that's why we're taking whatever, if you're following along, whatever you have in Purple Innovation, half the dollar amount, and that's what we're going to go buy on this new platform that we have. And by the way, if you don't have it, new platform, you want to know what it is, join our Facebook group and then send me a message. Send me a message once you join our Facebook group, and I'll get you the info on it. So the next one on our list is what, Gerrick?
U-Power, and it's off the board too.
It's off the board on Cash App too. Right now on U-Power, I'm not really going to worry about it much. I did look at the all chart, and do you see this little drive down here, Gerrick?
Mm-hmm.
If we look at that, that's what? 783 minus 407. Okay, so take my calculator. There's a potential that U-Power could crash down here. I did the math. I'll tell you what it is. It's 31 cents. Okay. So if you look at this, if you want to do it yourself, Gerrick, you could take 783 minus 407, 783 minus 407 minus 4.07. Okay. Equals
3.76.
Okay, so 4.07 minus 376. What is that? 4.07 minus 376. Clear it out. 407.07 minus 3.76. 31 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance this come down 31 cents. It's at $1.54 now. We're just going to let it do its thing. There's also that possibility it finds support, it finds its bottom, and it blasts up, or it starts to work its way up. Right now we're down 65% on U-Power, and that's fine. It's a new stock on the market. It's got to find its bottom. This is typical when new stocks come out, and we knew it. We knew we were taking that risk, and all we have is $10 invested in it right now. So we do know in the back of our mind that, hey, this could potentially come down to 31 cents. If it does, we'll definitely look to buy more down there. But right now, we just kind of need to see what it's doing. Do you see how it's kind of going sideways on the year chart, Gerrick? It's just kind of slowly going down. And that's something that you like to see in the market. When you get this gradual decline, especially over a long time period of time, when it does go up and it pops, guess what usually happens? It usually shoots way up out of there when you see this constant gradual decline. So we see this. This could have a constant gradual decline down to 31 cents, or it could catch support at any point in here and fly up. And we realize where we set with U-Power. We're just managing our ride. We're not scared. We're not upset. We're sitting in good position. We know that we could make a really good profit once it goes up, but we also know that we have the opportunity to possibly buy more if it does come down even further. And we're good on U-Power.
Mm-hmm.
Last one other than that is WeWork. If you've been following along with us, WeWork, they're going through bankruptcy and some Chapter 11 reorganization stuff. So there's not a lot you can do with WeWork right now.
Yeah.
And they're off the board. They're traded on what's called the pink sheets, the penny stocks. So I wouldn't worry about WeWork. If you're in there, let WeWork do its thing, do its restructuring, do whatever it's going to do. Just let it sit there. If for some reason WeWork fails, no big deal, because guess what? We don't have a real big risk in it. I think in WeWork we have, let's see, we have a whole whopping $10.40. Okay, that's what we have in WeWork. So we have $10.40 right now in WeWork. That's fine. If for some reason we end up losing on that one, hey, we'll make it up somewhere else. But on the other possibility that WeWork does their restructuring and they're successful, hey, we could see that stock go up and still make us some money. So we're just going to leave that alone. We're not going to worry about buying more. We're not going to worry about what it's doing. We'll take a peek back in on it maybe here in the coming weeks and coming months and see how their reorganization is going. But with that, Gerrick, I think that's pretty much all our moves today.
Yeah.
I think we covered all our buy and sell orders.
Not really, but we
do have a buy order. I do want to show you a few things. We do have a few additional buy orders I didn't go over. I'll just quickly give them to you. We have a buy if Aclaris Therapeutics hits 32 cents. Okay, so we're already in. We're up 30%, over 30% on it right now. But we do have that buy just in case. We have a buy on Restaurant Brands International. If it was to come back down, we're going to buy more, an equal dollar amount as our first buy if it comes to 64.51. We went over the buy order for Ford. We do have a buy order for Zoom. If for some reason it crashed down really quickly to $56.34, we're going to buy an equal dollar amount as what we started, as what we entered the trade with, as what we started buying the trade with. That buy order probably not going to hit. I mean, we could probably cancel it out, to be honest with you. But hey, we have it on the books. We might as well leave it there. Sometimes strange things happen in the market. And if you can catch one of those flash crashes where it comes pounding down, it just drops like a rock and then screams right back up, you know, you can make some money really fast, but you have to have your buy order set for those. So since we're not utilizing that balance right now, we might as well just leave it there. No harm, no foul. But that's our trades for today. So Gerrick, we made a lot of moves this week, didn't we? What did you learn this week? What do you do? What do you accept?
Our blessings.
You accept your blessing. There's going to be times in life, right? Where you're going to think that you can get more and you're going to want more and you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to take this on my own hands and you're going to get greedy and you're going to say, I'm going to take this in my own hands and you're going to look to get more. But guess what? When you do that, what happens?
You're not going to get it.
Sometimes you get smacked back down, right? So whenever you have a win and you know it's a win and you look around at all the extenuating factors, all the outside evidence, and you realize, hey, I got to win. I got to win if I just accept it right now. Guess what you do? You accept your blessing. And when you learn to accept your blessings, you begin to learn how to embrace the power of one. And what's the power of one?
God's power.
The power of Christ. Power of Christ. So accept your blessings. And we're certainly very thankful for the blessing that he gave us with the sacrifice. You know, for us to be able to accept Jesus' sacrifice for us means that we're doing what? We're accepting his blessing. We're accepting his blessing. And we certainly can't thank him enough, can we? So accept your blessings. Well, Gerrick, before we go, we got to remind them to do two things. The first one is to join our Facebook group to keep up with any moves we make throughout the week. It's called what?
Trading with G.
Trading with G. There's a link in the description of this video. And the last thing we have to remind them is to do what?
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. Well, this is Dwayne.
And Gerrick.
Reminding you, manage the ride.
And you will master the tide.
Until next time, bye now.
Bye.